For the Homo habilis tribe, death is not a distant fear, it's a shadow that clings to their wobbly steps. And their cruelest enemy right now is not predators, but the parching thirst that burns their throats. An adult elephant and two calves thunder through the prehistoric grasslands, hooves kicking up dust, while the tribe's scouts freeze, ape-like black hair bristling. To avoid spooking the herd, the scouts track the elephant herd for hours, their dark skin glistening with sweat under the harsh sun, until the grasslands fade into a vast desert where even the wind carries heat. A massive elephant stands alone in the desert's center, its trunk swaying as it sniffs for water, and the scouts signal back to the tribe, hoping the beast knows where to find relief. The rest of the tribe follows the scouts' signs, their primitive cloths flapping against their thin frames, each step a struggle on the desert's hot sand. A group of Homo habilis trudges across the dunes, eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of water or shelter, while distant beasts roar, a reminder that danger never strays far. As the sun dips lower, painting the desert orange, the tribe leaves the dunes behind and reaches a dry dirt field where grass once grew. A group of men leads the way across the hard earth, their hands gripping sharp stones, tools to defend against any wildlife that might attack. The men spot movement ahead and pause, bodies tensed, before realizing it's just an elephant wandering the dirt field in search of food. The elephant plods slowly, its large ears flapping to cool itself, and the tribe follows at a safe distance, still clinging to the hope that the beast will lead them to water. Night begins to creep in, and the air cools slightly, making the walk easier for the exhausted tribe. A group of Homo habilis moves through the field, their steps quieter now, as they listen for the sounds of nearby creatures that could mean safety or threat. Near a cluster of small bushes, the tribe's children gather, their faces smudged with colored clay they found in the dirt, a rare moment of play amid survival. The children laugh softly, their wobbly legs chasing each other, while the adults keep watch for any beasts that might be drawn to the noise. A low rumble shakes the ground, and the children freeze, clinging to the nearest adult. It's a herd of elephants running across the dirt field. Spooked by something unseen, the elephants' heavy steps echo, and the tribe huddles together, ape-like hair standing on end, until the herd passes. After the elephant herd fades from sight, the tribe continues moving, and they spot a large elephant walking through the field with two small, unknown creatures trotting beside it. The elephant doesn't seem bothered by the tribe's presence, so the Homo habilis keep their distance, curious but cautious of the unfamiliar animals. The sky darkens further, and the tribe's leader stops, pointing to a stretch of dirt field where more elephants are gathering. A group of elephants walks slowly across the field, their trunks touching each other as if communicating, and the leader nods. If the herd is settling here, there must be water nearby. The tribe follows the elephant's path, their tired legs growing heavier, but their spirits lift at the thought of water. A group of Homo habilis pushes through the tall, dry grass of the field, their dark skin blending with the twilight, while the elephant's distant calls guide them forward. Suddenly, the wind shifts, carrying the faint scent of moisture, and the tribe quickens their pace, only to find a single elephant running through the desert. As if fleeing something, the elephant's trunk is raised high, and the tribe wonders if it's running from a predator. So they stay low to the ground, primitive cloths pulled tight. The desert gives way to a dry field again, and the tribe spots a flutter of wings. A group of birds walks across the cracked earth, pecking at seeds or insects. The birds don't fly away, which tells the Homo habilis the area is safe for now, so they stop to catch their breath. A loud trumpet from an elephant breaks the silence, and the tribe looks up to see a group of elephants running through the dirt. Their eyes wide with fear, the Homo habilis dive behind rocks, their ape-like hair matted with dust, as they wait to see what chased the herd. When the danger passes, just a stray lion that wandered off, the tribe emerges from their hiding spots and finds the elephants have stopped. A group of Homo habilis stands around one of the elephants, their hands outstretched gently, trying to calm the still nervous beast. The elephant relaxes, trunk brushing a tribesman's shoulder, and the herd begins to move again, this time at a slower pace. A group of elephants walks across the field, and the tribe falls in behind them, trusting the herd to lead them to the water they so desperately need. As the moon rises, casting a pale glow, the tribe leaves the elephants behind and enters a colder part of the prehistoric landscape. A mammoth and its calf stand in the moonlight, their thick fur shining, and the Homo habilis stare in awe. They've seen mammoths before, but never this close. One of the tribe's women steps forward, her primitive cloth wrapped around her waist, and she's surprised when a small dog-like creature trots up to her. The woman kneels slowly, her dark skin glowing in the moon, and the dog nuzzles her hand, a rare moment of warmth in the harsh prehistoric world. The mammoth and calf suddenly bolt, and the woman and dog jump back. Startled, the tribe looks up to see the mammoth running through the desert, its long tusks glinting in the moonlight. The Homo habilis exchange worried glances. If the mammoth is fleeing, something dangerous must be near. The tribe's men grab their stone tools, their muscles tensed, and they decide to investigate the threat so the rest can stay safe. A group of men runs through the desert, their wobbly legs moving faster than usual, determined to keep the tribe out of harm's way. The men find no predators, only a rocky terrain where the desert ends, and they spot a large elephant making its way over the boulders. The elephant climbs carefully, its large body navigating the rocks, and the men realize it's heading toward a higher area, maybe where water collects. The men signal for the tribe to follow, and soon everyone is making their way over the rocky area, hands gripping boulders for balance. The Homo habilis help each other, their primitive cloths getting caught on sharp edges. But they push on, driven by the hope of water. The rocky terrain grows steeper, and the tribe's leader calls for everyone to slow down. Afraid someone might slip, a group of men climbs ahead, their strong arms pulling them up the mountain, to check if the path is safe for the rest. When they reach a flatter spot on the mountain, the men stop to rest, pulling off their primitive cloths to cool down in the night air. The naked men sit on the rocks, their dark skin cooling, and they share small bits of dried fruit they've saved for the journey. The women and children catch up, and the tribe gathers in a circle, sharing stories of past hunts to lift their spirits. Some men stand, gesturing with their hands to mimic the beasts they've faced, while the children listen wide-eyed, learning the skills they'll need to survive. As dawn breaks, the tribe continues up the mountain and reaches a rocky hill that overlooks the land below. A group of men stands at the hill's front, pointing to a distant cave, maybe a place to shelter for the day, and the tribe lets out a quiet cheer. The tribe talks in soft voices, recalling times when they lost members to hunger or predators, and they vow to protect each other now. They huddle close, their ape-like hair providing small warmth, and the leader reminds them that sticking together is the only way to survive. The sun rises fully, and the tribe leaves the hill behind, heading toward the cave they spotted. A group of Homo habilis walks through the field below the hill, their steps lighter now that they have a goal, and the sound of birds chirping eases their worries. The field turns back to desert as they get closer to the cave, and the thirst returns, making their throats feel tight. A group of Homo habilis trudges across the desert sand, their wobbly legs nearly giving out, but they keep going. They can see the cave's entrance now. The men take the lead again, their stone tools ready, in case the cave is home to any wildlife. A group of men walks through the field that surrounds the cave, eyes scanning for danger, while the rest of the tribe follows behind. As they near the cave, a low growl echoes, and the tribe freezes. Out of the grass steps a lion, its golden fur shining in the sun. The lion walks slowly through the savanna's dry grass, eyes locked on the tribe, and the men raise their stone tools, ready to fight. The lion snarls but then turns and walks away, as if deciding the tribe isn't worth the trouble. And the Homo habilis let out a breath. They rush to the cave of the gods. They whisper, seeing its smooth walls, and they pile inside, grateful for shelter. Inside the cave, the tribe builds a small fire using dry sticks they found outside, and the warmth chases away the chill. A man stands in front of the fire, his dark skin glowing, and he holds up a stone tool, showing the others how to sharpen it for hunting. The man sits down next to a woman, both of them leaning against the cave wall, and they share a piece of dried meat. The woman smiles softly, her primitive cloth draped over her shoulder, and they watch the fire dance. A moment of peace amid their harsh lives. Night falls again, and some of the tribe ventures outside the cave to stretch their legs. They look up to see a full moon. A group of horses walks across the field under the moon, their manes flowing, and the Homo habilis watch quietly, not wanting to disturb the calm. While the horses graze, a wolf climbs to the top of a nearby rock, its howl cutting through the night air. The wolf stands tall on the rock, its eyes glowing in the dark, and the tribe steps back inside the cave, knowing the wolf is marking its territory. The tribe's scouts go out again, this time to check if the wolf has left, and they spot a group of birds on a rock. The birds sit on top of the rock under the moon, their wings tucked in, and the scouts signal that the area is safe again. The scouts return to the cave and look up at the sky through the entrance. The stars are bright. Unclouded by modern light, a dark cave opens to the stars above, and the tribe gathers at the entrance, pointing at the constellations, making up stories about them. One of the women steps outside, tired of the cave's stuffiness, and the small dog from earlier follows her. The woman lays down on a smooth rock, the dog curling up beside her, and she closes her eyes, enjoying the cool night air. The sun rises once more, and the tribe heads outside to find shade. As the day promises to be hot, a group of men sits under a large tree's shade, their primitive cloths spread out on the ground, and they talk about where to hunt for food next. After resting, the tribe prepares to leave the cave. They need to find more food and water, but they pause at the entrance. A group of men stands in front of the cave, looking back at the shelter that kept them safe, and the leader nods, signaling it's time to go. As they walk away from the cave, they pass a dirt field where movement catches their eye. It's a group of monkeys. The monkeys walk across the dirt field, chattering loudly, and the Homo habilis laugh, seeing the creatures that remind them of their own ape-like roots. The tribe splits into small groups to cover more ground, and one man leads two others toward a distant field. A man walks through the field with two fellow Homo habilis, their eyes peeled for edible plants or small animals to catch. The three men meet back up with another group, and together they head across a dirt-covered field where the soil is soft. A group of men walks steadily, their boots, made of animal hide, sinking slightly into the dirt, and they mark the path for the rest of the tribe. The men spot a cluster of small animals scurrying away, and they chase after them, hoping for a meal. The animals dart into the grass. The tribe follows, their stone tools ready, but the animals get away, leaving the Homo habilis disappointed but determined to keep looking. Just as their hope fades, one of the children yells, pointing to the distance, "There's a stream. It's water clear." A stream runs through the dry field, cutting a path through the dirt, and the tribe runs toward it, their thirst finally about to be quenched. The tribe reaches the stream and dives in, the cool water washing away dust and fatigue, their laughter echoing. A group of men sits in the stream, splashing each other, while the women and children fill hollowed-out rocks with water to carry back. The tribe stays at the stream for hours, resting and refueling, and some men start to talk about finding a new permanent shelter. They point to a distant forest, where trees are thick and animals are likely abundant, and the leader agrees it's worth checking out. As the day cools, the tribe prepares to leave the stream, but a few men linger, not ready to give up the comfort of the water. A group of men sits in the stream a little longer, their legs dangling in the current, before finally standing up to join the others. The stream is surrounded by color. Butterflies flutter around the water, their wings bright against the dry field. A stream teems with butterflies that fly in loops, and the children chase them, their wobbly legs carrying them through the grass. While the adults smile, the tribe follows a narrow dirt road that leads away from the stream, the path worn by animals that have walked it before. A group of men walks at the front, their stone tools ready, as they guide the tribe toward the distant forest. The road leads to a small cave, smaller than the one they stayed in before, and two young boys run ahead to check it out. Two young boys stand in front of the cave, their ape-like hair messy, as they call back to the tribe that it's empty. The rest of the tribe catches up, and they gather at the cave's entrance, deciding whether to stay for the night or keep going. A group of Homo habilis stands in front of the cave, talking in soft voices, while some peek inside to check for safety. They decide to keep moving, eager to reach the forest before dark, and the tribe heads back to the field they crossed earlier. A group of Homo habilis walks through the field, their steps faster now, as the sun begins to set again. The field has a single tree, a rare spot of green in the dry landscape, and birds perch on its branches, singing loudly. A field holds a lone tree with birds sitting on its limbs, and the tribe pauses to listen to the songs. A moment of beauty amid survival. The tribe stops at the tree to rest, their legs aching from the day's walk, and they sit in a circle to share the little food they have left. A group of Homo habilis sits around the tree, passing around dried berries, while the birds continue to sing above them. One of the men climbs the tree, hoping to find more fruit, and he returns with a red apple, which he holds in his mouth to free his hands. A man stands under the tree with a red apple in his mouth, grinning, as the tribe laughs at his playful trick. The sun dips lower, and the tribe decides to stay under the tree for the night, using their primitive cloths as blankets. A group of men sits under the tree, their backs against the trunk, and they take turns keeping watch for predators. A woman takes the apple from the man, her fingers gentle, and she holds it in her hand, admiring its bright color before taking a small bite. A woman stands under the tree with an apple in her hand, savoring the sweet taste, while the rest of the tribe watches. The young men of the tribe gather in the grass near the tree, talking about the hunt they'll do tomorrow, their voices full of hope. A group of young men sits in the grass, their dark skin glowing in the sunset, as they plan how to catch food for the tribe. A low growl cuts through their conversation, and the tribe freezes. There, in the dry grass of the savanna, stands a lion. A lion walks slowly through the savanna's dry grass, its eyes fixed on the tribe, and the men jump up, stone tools raised. The lion stares for a moment, then turns and walks away, deciding the tribe is too large to attack, and the Homo habilis relax. A group of Homo habilis sits back down in the grass, their hearts still racing, as they let out a collective sigh of relief. Night falls fully, and the tribe huddles together under the tree, the warmth of their bodies chasing away the cold. A group of Homo habilis stands around the tree, looking up at the stars, and they know tomorrow will bring new challenges, but tonight, they are alive, and that is enough. Thank you for joining Homo habilis History Hub on this journey. If you found this story meaningful, please support us by liking and sharing the video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to continue exploring the grand chapters of human history with us. Goodbye, and we'll see you on the next journey through time.